Here are 3 cool ways to lace Nike Dunk highs, including loose lacing, bar lacing, and diamond lacing. Timestamps for each are in the description. Let's get into it. Here's how to loose lace Nike Dunk highs. Start by taking your lace, and we're going to feed each lace end down into the 2 very bottom eyelets on either side. So pull one through just a little bit, swap to the other side, take that lace end and feed it down into the very bottom eyelet on the other side. Cool. Now before you pull all of that through, pinch the lace ends together like this and just grab your dunks and pull that. And what it will do is mean the laces come out of equal length, and then you can just untwist any little twists that come up. This happens all the time when lacing sneakers, so if you get twists in yours, don't worry about it. Pause it, fix it, and then catch up to me. Awesome. Now we're going to keep a hold of this lace, and we're going to bring it over the sneaker tongue and down into the second eyelet up from the bottom on this side. Like this. Pull that through, making sure there's no twists. Pop that one out the way, swap to the other one, and we're going to do the same on the other side. We're going to bring it down into the second eyelet up from the bottom, down into it from above. Looking good. Now you don't want to pull the laces too tight. Make sure there's just a little bit of slack when you're doing this lacing style so that your feet will be able to slip in and out of the sneakers pretty easily. Keep a hold of this lace, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take it over the sneaker tongue and down into the next available eyelet from above. Pop it out the way. Swap back to the other one and do the exact same on the other side. So down, it should be the third eyelet up from the bottom at this stage. Go into it from above. Now you can play this video on a half speed if you like, or you can pause it as often as you wish. There's literally no rush. Keep a hold of this lace, bring it over the sneaker tongue and down into the next available eyelet, just like we've been doing. Awesome. Leaving a little bit of slack each time, then swap back to the other one and repeat on the other side. Down into the next available eyelet. Keep a hold of the lace we're already using, bring it over the sneaker tongue, down into the next empty eyelet, pulling it through, swapping back to the other one, down into the next empty eyelet and pulling it through. Now we're always doing the laces in the order that I'm telling you, so that the pattern comes out exactly the same each time with the same lace on top of each of the X's. Keep a hold of this lace, bring it over, down into the next empty eyelet, pulling it through, getting rid of any twists. Swap back to the other one, do the same on the other side. Pulling it through. Now we're going to keep hold of this lace and we're going to take it down into this eyelet here, and these are the last pair of eyelets that we're going to go down into from above, and then we're going to do something a little different, so just stick with me. Pull that through, swap to the other one and bring it down into that eyelet on the other side, pull it through. Now your sneakers might have more or less eyelets than me depending on your shoe size, but just follow the exact same pattern all the way through and you'll be fine. Just going to get rid of a little twist there. Definitely happens on any high tops just because the laces are so long. Pull that tongue up, and now we're going to do something a little different. We're going to take this lace and we're going to go up into the next eyelet from underneath this time. So just find the eyelet, pull it through this part of the upper as well, and we're going to pull it through around about this much. Don't worry about this excess lace, just leave it there for a moment. Swap back to the other one and we're going to do the same on the other side. Find the eyelet, pull it through, bring it through that part of the upper and pull the lace out about this much so it matches on either side. Now what you can do is go and loosen up all of these laces if you like, if you have a higher instep. But like me, if your instep's quite normal, with these excess laces, you can just go ahead and tuck them behind the sneaker tongue out of the way. If you don't have excess laces, then that's fine. All depends on shoe size and how loose you want the style to be. I think it looks super crisp like that. Repeat on the other sneaker and you'll have a pair of awesome loose-laced Nike Dunk highs. If you found the info in this video helpful, please hit the like button for me to help it reach more people, and consider subscribing for more sneaker lacing content. I have loads of videos available for you guys. Thanks! Here's how to bar lace Nike Dunk highs. Let's start by taking a hold of your lace, and we're going to take each lace end and thread them down into the two very bottom eyelets on either side. So let's take one, pull it through a little bit, swap to the other, take it down into the eyelet, pull it through. Then before we pull all this excess lace through, grab a hold of your laces, make sure they're of equal length, hold your sneakers and just pull that through. What this will do is mean your laces come out of equal length. If yours haven't, don't worry about it, pause the video, make sure they're of equal length on either side before you carry on. Then we're going to keep a hold of this lace, and what we're going to do is we're going to skip the next eyelet up from the bottom, and instead we're going to go up into the third eyelet instead from underneath. So that should be the third eyelet up from the bottom. Take your lace end up into it from underneath. Then we're going to bring it over the sneaker tongue and down into the third eyelet up from the bottom on the other side, the corresponding eyelet, pull it through, and you'll see that we have two empty eyelets here. Just a reminder, you can play this video on a half speed or pause as much as you need. There's no rush. Don't feel the need to speed up to keep up with me. I'll go as slowly as I can for you. Then we're going to take hold of this lace and we're going to fill in these two empty eyelets here. And the way we're going to do that is by going up into this one from underneath on this side. Pull that through. Then we're going to take it over the sneaker tongue and down into the other empty eyelet from above this time. So make sure you're taking that lace end down into it from above, pull it through, and you'll see we have 3 of our bars done of our pattern already. Keep a hold of this lace, just feed it underneath that bar there because it needs a proper range of motion for the next bit. And then we're going to repeat the pattern in the exact same way. We're going to take a hold of this lace and we're going to skip the next eyelet up, and instead we're going to go up into the one above that from underneath. Let's just feed that through, just like we did before, leaving that one empty. Then we're going to take the lace over the sneaker tongue and down into the corresponding eyelet on the other side to create another bar. Looking good. Then we're going to swap to the other lace and fill in the holes. So take your lace and we're going to go up into this empty eyelet first on this side from underneath this time. Pull it through. Then we're going to bring it over the sneaker tongue and down into this empty eyelet here from above, just like we did before. So down into it from above to create another bar. Great, we're making really quick progress. Then we're going to keep hold of this lace, feed it underneath this little bar here. And this time we're going to bring it up into this eyelet here. So we're skipping one, just like we did before, and going up into the one above it. This one has a little bit of the upper, so just feed it through and then through the upper as well. Pull that through. Now on any high version of sneakers, this little bit here will need a little bit of extra slack in this lace here so it can tuck easily out of sight behind the sneaker tongue. If you pull that too tight, you'll see it sticking out there and it'll make the pattern look a bit messy. So just make sure it tucks behind the sneaker tongue. Then keep a hold of the lace, bring it over, down into the corresponding eyelet on the other side. From above, pull it through. Looking good. And now we're going to swap back to this lace and fill in the holes to create our final bar. So take this lace, bring it up into the empty eyelet on this side from underneath first. Looking good. Bring it over the sneaker tongue and fill in this eyelet here on this side. From above, pull it through. Awesome. Then feed the lace underneath the bar above it, just so it's out of the way. And make sure any pieces of the excess lace are tucked away out of sight. Then what we're going to do with these excess laces is we're just going to tie them in a little bow, but quite loosely, like this. And then we're going to tuck that bow behind the sneaker tongue down inside the shoe to finish off the pattern. Now the laces are super soft. That little bow will just sit on top of your foot when you slide your feet in and out of the dunks, and it shouldn't bother your feet at all. And it will allow you to slip on your shoes without the need to tie them each time. Repeat on the other shoe and you'll have an awesome pair of bar lace Nike Dunk highs. If you found the info in this video helpful, please hit the like button for me to help it reach more people, and consider subscribing for more sneaker lacing content. I have loads of videos available to help inspire you guys. Thanks! Here's how to diamond lace Nike Dunk highs. Get a hold of your lace, and we're going to take the lace end down into this very bottom eyelet here from above, just like this. Pull it through, and then we're going to go up into this eyelet from underneath on the other side, just like this, and we're going to pull that through, and we're going to pull that all the way through until we grab a hold of our two lace ends like this, and you can literally just pull that and they'll come out of equal length, and it means the pattern will be nice and even. If yours aren't equal length just yet, don't worry, pause the video, make sure they are before we carry on. There's no rush. Then keep a hold of this lace, and we're going to bring it over the sneaker tongue, and we're going to skip the second eyelet up from the bottom, and instead we're going to go down into the third eyelet up from the bottom on this side from above. So take that lace end down into it. Looking good. If there's any twists, pull that back through and fix it. It's normal. Pop that lace out of the way, and we're going to do the same on this side to create a little X. So we're going to bring this lace over the sneaker tongue and down into the third eyelet up from the bottom on the other side. So now you should have two empty eyelets here. Keep a hold of this lace, and we're going to just thread it underneath that little X there and up through the empty eyelet on this side from underneath. If that makes sense. So just find the eyelet, pull that through. Great, do the same on the other side. Feed the lace end underneath the little X here and up through that eyelet like that. Pull it through. Awesome. Now once you've got it looking like this, keep a hold of this lace again, and we're going to repeat the pattern. We're going to bring it over the sneaker tongue, but we're going to skip an eyelet, and instead we're going to go down into the one above that from above to create the first bit of our X. Swap back to the other one, skip an eyelet, and down into the one above that to create our X shape. Great. Now keep hold of this lace, go underneath the X, and we're going to fill in that little empty eyelet that we left there from underneath, like this, and do the same on the other side. Take the lace end underneath the X, bring it through like this. Now remember, you can pause the video as much as you need, or play it on a slower speed if you need to catch up a little bit. There's no rush at all. Then we're going to keep a hold of this lace. We're going to skip an eyelet again on this side, and instead we're going to go down into the one above it. So it has a little bit of upper there, so just feed it through, find the eyelet, and pull it through. Making sure to undo any little twists that happen. Great. And we're going to do the same on the other side. We're going to skip an eyelet to leave it empty, and instead we're going to take the lace end down into the one above that. Great. Keep a hold of this lace, and we're going to fill in the empty eyelet just like we've been doing. So take it underneath and up through on this side, and the exact same on the other side. Underneath the little X and up through the empty eyelet. Great. So now we're going to do something a little bit different to finish off our pattern. Take your lace, bring it over the sneaker tongue, and instead of skipping an eyelet this time, we're just going to take it down into the next available empty eyelet. So we're not skipping one, just taking it down to the next available one from above. Pull that through. And we're going to do the exact same on the other side. We're not skipping an eyelet this time, we're just taking the lace end down into the next available eyelet from above. Looking good. Now take a second here to just adjust your diamond pattern to how you like. Then to finish off the pattern, bring your laces together and we're just going to tie them in a loose bow, like this. And then take that excess lace and slip it behind the sneaker tongue out of place so the pattern looks nice and fresh. Now these laces are super soft. They'll just sit on top of your feet when they're inside the shoe and they won't bother your feet at all. And it just means you can slip them on and off without the need for tying each time, and it keeps the pattern in place. Repeat on the other shoe and you'll have an awesome looking pair of diamond lace Nike Dunk highs. If you found the info in this video helpful, please hit the like button for me to help it reach more people, and consider subscribing for more sneaker lacing content. I have loads of videos available for you guys. Thanks!